to do is to fly away with you.
Welcome to Old Drunken Discography. I'm Jason. That's Tim. That's Bill. I'm an old school Offspring fan. I've been a fan since 1994.
I'm a New Age fan. I've been a fan since 2008, really.
And I'm an old guy, and I walked out of their show in 1994.
This motherfucker, Tim, he walked out of a Smash show because he's an asshole. But here we are in 2024. We're talking new Offspring. We're talking Make It All Right. Yeah. I just want to say, as a fan of the Offspring from 1994, after 1998, after Pretty Fly for a White Guy, you know, those were dark times, but you started to pick up a pattern with the original Prankster, with the, you know, I Want to Hit That. Offspring always kind of puts out like a fucking shitty ass joke song.
Full of red flags.
Full of red flags to kick off the album, and you kind of get used to it. I mean, I'm a defender. I think Cruisin' California is one of their fucking... Go watch our Offspring top songs. Link below. Or link at the end of the video. I think Cruisin' California is a fucking top song contender. It's a great fucking song. It's so stupid. It's good. It's like watching B-movies, you know? It's like the Troll 2 of the Offspring. Whereas Make It All Right, I think, is more of
Is it the Troll 2 or is it the Puppet Master 3?
I think Make It All Right is a Puppet Master 3.
Okay, you want to talk about Puppet Master 3, Toulon's Revenge.
Oh, shit.
There's a lot to unpack in that movie. Considering that movie set the precedent and like, hey, this is why you got all these puppets running around killing fucking people. This is not no Toulon's Revenge.
Okay, so would you say Conspiracy of One is the Toulon's Revenge, whereas like they didn't think Pretty Fly was gonna like actually do something, but then it did, so they're like, "Fuck, what are we gonna do?"
No, they knew that was gonna do something. That was made to go somewhere.
They knew that one would do something. I get what you're saying with Toulon's Revenge with Conspiracy of One, though. I get.
Underrated Offspring album.
And here's the thing, honestly, I don't think Offspring ever had a Toulon.
Go back and watch those episodes. I need to myself because that
was my first appearance on this show when we reviewed the Offspring. And that was the old format and a lot of other shit going on too.
I think that was the last one before I started showing up.
Maybe.
It was right in that little transition period back in season 1 of ODD.
Leave us a comment down below if you want us to redo The Offspring with Tim.
Tell you what,
I saw the Smash Tour. That was a popular album. I'd heard it. I heard the albums before that, you know, in that time frame. Which, again, I'm like, I think I was in 9th grade during this show. Like, I'm still a kid. But I'd heard the other albums, and, like, there's some good stuff on, like, you know, some good top song contenders in the first few albums. And then I saw the Smash Tour, and, I mean, you know, circumstances, I'm with people, we're all just still kids. Like, you gotta live life, right? None of us were really feeling the show. And then as I got older and started learning about music myself and trying to be a musician and really studying and like even taking like college courses and stuff in music, like the Offspring were the furthest thing from my radar because they just turned into bubblegum pop. And so this is the first thing I've heard from them in a while. And I got a lot of Beach Boys out of this. And I got a lot of Ramones out of it.
Ramones I get.
Both kind of bubblegum pop. In a way, you know. So, Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. The Offspring have always put out, since Pretty Fly for a White Guy, they've always put out a shitty single.
Which was
lead off.
25 years ago.
Yes, and they're still doing
Yep.
that. I don't know
And
why.
Yeah, Bump in My Trunk, you had...
That terrible song.
Original
What was the
Prankster?
Original
Terrible
Prankster.
Cruising California is not a terrible song.
But they
And
were
see, I don't know if
catchy.
I even know that one.
We'll play it at the end of this video. It's so
yeah.
good.
Cool.
It's so
Cool.
bad it's good.
Bumping in my trunk, bumping in my trunk.
I stand by Cruising California.
Pretty Fly is better than Cruising California, but that's a whole other conversation.
I don't know. I disagree. I disagree. I think Cruising California is better. But let's talk about Make It All Right. Bill, as the newest fan of The Offspring, you jumped on the bandwagon around the Rise and Fall.
Yep, Rise and Fall, Raging Grace. That was really my first album that I had.
Which is a fucking banger of an Offspring record.
Phenomenal album. I mean, go back and watch our Offspring, the old way that ODD used to rant and rank. And you'll see exactly what I thought about that album.
Season 1. Can't wait.
I mean, here's the thing. I heard this song the first time through, and I think my exact words to Jason were, "Hey, this is their joke song, right?" Like,
and I just wanted to post that James Franco meme of like, "Is this your first time?" Like, that's The Offspring.
Yep, and the thing is, I knew they'd have the joke song. It's like, hey, just want to make sure, like, this is their joke song on this album. Like,
which would it work more or less if they were actually funny?
Neither. It's not with their Offspring joke song. It doesn't have to do with they're necessarily funny.
It's just that is that their excuse to hide the fact that they're just writing pop songs, but still trying to sell to punk kids?
I wouldn't say that either. Like, it's their, hey, we're just gonna fuck around and see what happens with this song.
And what happens is always the most basic shit that came out in the 60s, but, with distortion.
But with distortion means it didn't come out in the 60s then.
60s distortion started in the 60s, actually. You can find it. And
it's not as prevalent as it is in this song, though.
Well, I mean, it's just modernized distortion. That's just the evolution of distortion itself. But yeah, it is there. Go back and listen to The Who or the Beatles or the Stones or the Blues. Like, distortion's there.
But as you said, it is modernized, though, right? Like,
right, of course. It's digitalized, yeah. Yeah, it's a very digital album. Even, like, Bob Rock is producing this thing, and it still sounds very vanilla. I mean, and I know Bob Rock's, like, semi-retired, and good for him, and if he's just doing this as a favor, good for him. He did do the Motley Crue, too, though.
That isn't a plus, but anyways.
But here we are, 2 Bob Rock productions in 2024. And they're both pretty generic.
I'll say this. Make It All Right is a very damn good Blink-182 song from like 10 years ago.
Which I would just throw out doesn't make it a good song.
If this is their joke song, it fails. It fails below Pretty Fly for a White Guy. It fails below Bumping in My Trunk.
And then what's with the really, like, poorly mixed overdub of that lady's voice?
I don't know. She is so loud. It's crazy how loud she is.
What does she say?
She says, All I want to do is fly away with you, and it's so fucking
Uno,
wrong.
dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis.
No one's disagreeing they're playing on Americana still. Like, anyone who disagrees with that is fooling themselves.
I'll make a prediction right now, and this is way before October 11th.
Is this Diamond Star Halos?
No, man. This is hysteria, motherfucker. This is hysteria.
This hysteria.
At most, I would give you self-titled at the most.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's probably shooting a little lower than that, but if you think it might go that far, okay.
I think it's higher than self-titled.
I'll tell you this right now. Just look at the track list. Looking out for number 1 is gonna be a fucking banger, dude. That's gonna be a good fucking song.
It's your opener, yeah.
Light It Up is probably gonna be closer to Fall Out Boy's Light 'Em Up. I don't know. I could be wrong, but
because that's what we need.
The Fall Guy is probably gonna be a decent song. Make It Out All Right fucking sucks. It's the joke song. It's the first single.
Yep.
Okay, but this is the last time. It's probably going to be a fucking banger. Truth and Fiction will probably be the second single. It'll be their Gone Away / Christy, Are You Doing Okay / serious song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come to Brazil is probably going to be their goofy fucking song. Their Why Don't You Get a Job /
Yep.
You know,
the one that isn't their joke song, but it's like the funny kind of song.
Yeah, yep. Come to Brazil's probably going to be a funny song, but actually good.
Yep.
And then Get Some, Hanging by a Thread, You Can't Be There From Here will probably all be bangers, like every other Offspring song since goddamn Americana.
Like,
well, we're taking that clip when the album comes out, and we're going to see how accurate you are.
I think Get Some might be their fun song.
Oh, okay. Well, hold up.
Just because Get Some could be.
Hold up. I got my Americana right here. Let me check. What's track 8? Is that track 8?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be Walla Walla. Ooh, I could see Get Some being a Walla Walla.
Yeah.
Shit. You might be right. Okay.
Good call. Right. Good catch.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Beach Boys out of this, and I got a lot of like early '80s Ramones. The Ramones, of course, had a career long enough to have 3 stages, and everybody knows the one stage.
Which I think the '80s Ramones is also closer to like Blink-182 Ramones. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're actually even a little closer to '90s Ramones.
Yeah. I don't get it. As a longtime Offspring fan, I get it. Their first single is gonna suck. It's gonna be poppy.
Which is a weird marketing strategy to have for a quarter of a century.
But it's what they've always done, though.
It's what they've always done, and it works. It worked with Pretty Fly for a White Guy, and they've just been trying to like hit that.
See, and I don't get it. It didn't work for me. Like I haven't liked anything I've heard from them in 25 years.
It's not going to work for the likes of me. But after like the third record after Americana, it's like, okay, yeah. But when you buy physical albums, and people say, oh, well, it's grown on me. Oh, I like it. They're like all this false defending for it. Well, it's going to be the joke song and the rest of the album's going to be great. Sure, okay, but does that make a good album? Like, does that... Why? Why do you have to put a Pretty Fly for a White Guy on every album? You don't have to do that. The Descendants don't fucking do that. Fucking Screeching Weasel doesn't fucking do that. No other band does that. If you're an Offspring fan, I challenge you. Listen to Make It All Right. Immediately after, play The Offspring's Beheaded. And tell me, what do you really want from this band?
Beheaded.
Like, what
Okay,
do you...
I'll answer that.
Let us know down below.
When he's trying to answer down below, you want Beheaded. I know that.
If listening to Make It All Right makes you feel like you're listening to punk rock, well, then you haven't really heard punk rock.
Right. Like, we got to do the Ramones. People need to know about that band. Too many bands have been ripping the Ramones off for too many years now.
Give the goddamn Ramones the respect they deserve. Fuck.
Yeah. Long live the Ramones. I will. That's a flag I'm flying till the end.
Joey Ramone would take a fucking baseball bat to this record or that song.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
I don't know, and that's not even.
They did it 30 years ago. Like, there's nothing new about this.
Well, new or not, it's punk rock. I don't care about the originality. Do I have this album?
But see, okay, so that's where you start getting into like philosophical debates about what is punk rock, and I can certainly see where punk rock is a number of things to a number of people, and it's all punk rock, right? Even if you disagree with it. But at some level, doesn't punk rock have to be about caring?
Yeah, you should care. And Make It All Right makes you feel like they care about being on the radio. They care about hitting that pop chart. That they're trying to. They're chasing Pretty Fly for a White Guy with this. They're doing what Blink-182 did 10 years ago.
Way too loud.
All I want to do is fly away with you.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. In the spirit of the evening, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, seis, seis.
Now, do I have this album pre-ordered on vinyl? You fucking right, I do. I got a sapphire version. It's gonna look.
Yeah, I bet that's beautiful. I bet it's beautiful. When it comes out, we'll listen to the whole thing.
Yeah,
we'll see what they're doing.
We'll re-rank the albums, even though Tim wasn't there. I think we had Joe with us.
It was Joe.
Bill and I will reassess our Offspring.
I mean, I got a lot of reassessing to do on those Offspring albums.
I bet you do. You got a couple
back and check them out. We can redo the Offspring.
I mean, that was the old ranking system.
Should we redo it then with the new version?
It might not hurt when
we'll put it on the schedule, and then that gives us a little bit of time with the new album when it comes out too.
And hey, any Offspring fans want to join us on the show?
Yeah.
I'll post in the Facebook group. Great Facebook group, I'm
gonna throw some Ramones songs at you though.
Yeah, be ready to join this show to defend the Offspring. No, I got your back up to 1998. No, Bill got your.
I can hear you through the 2000s.
Yeah,
and I don't bite too hard.
Yeah, you do. So yeah, if you're an Offspring fan, you want to join us, fucking hit us up. Leave a comment down below. We'll fucking have you on the show. Yeah, I've got this album pre-ordered. That album cover.
Okay.
Oh Lord, that album cover. I would like to say when I saw it, and Tim can vouch for this, but I was like, holy shit, the new Offspring album cover. It's got to be a joke. And I sent him this image. And everybody on the Facebook group was like, oh, yeah, that's fake. And then like 2 days later, it was like, no, this is the album cover. This is it. It was like somebody like went to an AI generator and said, Metallica's Ride the Lightning, but make it the Offspring. And that's what it produced.
See, and I looked at this and said, okay, 80s/90s sub B movie, and that's what it would look like.
If you was to go back, because you were there for the Offspring Is It Art video, hashtag bring back Is It Art, where would you rank this? What album cover by the Offspring is worse than this?
I mean, okay, so I'm trying to think here, looking back. The original album cover, not the original album cover, but the Herman Munster, go back and review that whole aspect of it when we discussed that.
Yeah.
That's definitely, I would say that's worse than this.
No, I wouldn't.
I would say it is. I would say it is.
Their logo was cooler. It was like the green.
And this is the sign of a great legacy band. Which one's worse?
What do you mean? Which one's worse? Like the original?
It's just A or B. You guys are sitting here arguing over which album cover is worse.
Well, yeah, we're starting at the bottom with this one. We're not starting with
right, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's the sign of like true growth, right? That's like a real artistic legacy that really needs to be celebrated.
I mean, I'll tell you what, this album cover is definitely in the bottom half, without a doubt.
Oh yeah, they've had some late album.
Get better, right? You can have dips and peaks and valleys. Like,
Days Go By is a better album cover. Days Go By is a better album cover than this.
I'll tell you what. Let the Bad Times Roll was a goddamn good album cover.
See, I didn't even like that one, but I'll give it over this one. I'll put Bad Times Roll over this one. I'm hoping this album is better musically than Bad Times Roll.
Oh God! Here's the thing: it's gonna be Americana plus Bad Times Roll, and that's what's gonna suck.
I hope not.
I hope not too, but it's the reality.
I hope Come to
Brazil. Bad Time Americana.
I'm banking everything on Come to Brazil because that sounds like people have been like begging the Offspring to come to Brazil, and this is a song about that. That's what I'm hoping for. Other than that, and the opening track, because the opening track's always going to be fucking great. Like, they have some badass opening tracks.
I'll give you that.
But Make It All Right, overall, first impressions, it sounds like a really shitty, boring Blink-182 song, which is disappointing coming from the Offspring. It's not even fun. At least Bumping in My Trunk is fun.
Bumping in my trunk, bumping in my trunk.
This one's just boring. It's boring and dumb and stupid.
All I want to do is fly away with you. Like
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro,
cinco, seis.
Give it to me, baby. even Pretty Fly for a White Guy is a better song.
Yeah, he's getting a tattoo. Yeah, he's getting inked on. Yeah, he asked for a 13, but they drew a 31. But his friend says he's trying too hard, and he's not.
You know you want to hit that. You know you want to hit that is better than Make It All Right. And that was a dumb
Original
song.
Prankster.
Original Prankster is better than Make It All Right.
And I hate Original Prankster.
Would you say it's better than Make It All Right?
Oh my God. I hate Original Prankster.
Do you even like the Offspring, bro?
Yes, I do. Fuck off. Tell you what, I think Make It All Right is just above Original Prankster, but that's just because of how much I hate that song.
Okay.
Like, I despise Original Prankster with a passion.
All right. Well, it sounds like we're going to redo the Offspring with Tim eventually. If you're an Offspring fan, if you're watching this, you're from the Facebook group, shout out.
It'll be a pleasure to work.
Yeah, leave us a comment down below or respond to this on Facebook. Let me know. Join us on the Offspring journey. We will cover every record, and we'll rank them.
And we'll have fun.
and we'll have fun. You got to be over 21. That's the only requirement.
No, I won't even say that. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh, I don't know what he was going to say, but it sounded pretty shysta. Come join us. We're pretty shysta here.
I got myself on that one. I was going to make a joke, but it was probably inappropriate.
Hey, as young as I am, I'm still over 21. Don't worry.
Well, I hope so. You own a fucking bar. So, yeah, let us know what you thought. Your thoughts on the new Offspring song. And we will be covering this in October. We'll do the whole album review. I'll even flash back to this video for my predictions, but
yeah, I'm real curious to see how that turns out, because I'm not familiar enough with their discography to even do something like that. But
I'm telling you, hear Americana, you've heard them all.
Bands form formulas.
Yeah, they have a formula, and it works unless you play records, because then you have to listen to them all unless you want to move the needle, and who wants to fucking do that, because we're old. We just put the needle down. We expect the needle to play.
And if I can't listen to it all, it's not a good album.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Offspring haven't put out
some song or two, but the song or two doesn't make a good album.
The Offspring haven't put out a fucking great album since 1996's Sevens-ish Ixnay on the Ombre. Except for Rise and Fall.
Yeah.
I'll give Rise and Fall. Rise and Fall is a fucking killer record all the way through.
I'll defend Americana.
It's not a good record all the way through, though. Like, it has some skips here and there. It has some skips.
Stay tuned. We'll get there.
Why don't you get a job, motherfucker?
Yeah, why don't you get a job?
I got a job right after I saw the Offspring in Paris. So
working it.
Let us know down below. Fucking hit us up if you're an Offspring fan. Join the show. We'll redo the albums one by one. Let us know where we're right, where we're wrong. Let us know your comments down below on Make It All Right. Is it a good Offspring song? Are you giving it a pass? What else is
coming out this year that you're interested in? We got our list. What's on yours?
Yeah. Stick around. Currently, we're talking about Queens of the Stone Age. We're going to talk about Propaganda. We're going to talk about The Troops. We're going to talk about Poison and Ghost. A lot of good shit coming up. So, be safe and make good decisions.